to say, 10:50. Alright, it is Wednesday night. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite is off the air, even though it was on a tape delay. Somehow it wasn't spoiled for us, but I'm not complaining about it. But that can only mean that you guys are watching a jam-packed episode of DynaMic'd up here at Bodyslam.net. It is Jose Gonzalez. It is JPJ. Sir, how the hell are you this week?
I'm doing well. Big week, pay-per-view week. Yeah. I'm excited. I thought tonight's episode was fun. I know we're going to really be talking about Forbidden Door here and our predictions, but I thought it was a good go-home episode of Dynamite. Do you know that obviously it was pre-taped, but a pre-taped with an overrun on the pre-tape? Just what a time.
Yeah, pre-taped overrun, 9:55
commercial break and a pre-taping.
Yeah. I mean, they really go out of their way, almost as much as Zach goes out of his way to tell us what holiday.
It's become a weekly
National
occurrence.
Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. JPJ.
Yes, little known fact about myself. Not that I don't mind a chocolate, but pecan pie regularly, my favorite kind of pie. Thanksgiving time, that's my number one. I'm definitely having a slice of pecan.
You know what? It's not the one that I gravitate to the most. I'm usually either apple pie or sweet potato pie.
I do like a sweet potato pie. Sweet potato pie. That's not usually in the regular rotation, though. Yeah. You know what I think is overrated, though? Don't tell anybody because it's still good. Pumpkin pie, not for me.
No,
apple pie, good old-fashioned apple pie, I do like. I do like a good old-fashioned apple pie, but pecan, the number one for me.
Hey. I mean, and even if it's bad, it's pie. How bad could it be?
I mean, yeah, literally.
But nonetheless, a jam-packed show. I mean, so the way we kind of have it structured, you've seen one of our go-home shows before. So we're going to be talking pay-per-view predictions, and then we'll kind of throw it into some of the stuff that we saw on Dynamite tonight. Because while the match card, a shorter match card on Dynamite tonight, it was definitely action-packed from the jump. I mean, it was pretty much an even 50-50 with the amount of wrestling we got and the amount of promos we got, but really helped lay in some final pieces to the puzzle that we call Forbidden Door this Sunday. So I'm excited for this one. I mean, we get into it right off the top of the show because you have Will Ospreay coming out with a big promo hyping up the Lights Out Steel Cage match. And the two big things that he mentions in this is that he admits he was not cleared by AEW Medical. So that's why he went above and he's like, you know what? A Lights Out match, that means it's unsanctioned. So anything that happens, AEW is not responsible for it. It's all on me, which he owns. And he talks about the fact that he wants those three letters to be what this generation looks up to when it comes to wrestling in the future. And if there's a chance he doesn't walk out of Forbidden Door as Will Ospreay, then it was worth it to defend the honor of this company. And then, of course, that brings out the Death Riders. And then you see Mox in the ring. You see Marina in the ring. He's calling up Claudio and Yuta, trying to get them on the apron. And Will flat out says, like, you don't want them to do it for you. If you wanted to take me out, you could do it yourself. And then, of course, Bedlam ensues. But it leads us to talking about our first prediction of the night is that Lights Out Steel Cage match, which I don't know what scale of a structure we're going to have for a steel cage because I don't think it's going to be like the usual one that AEW uses. I feel like it's going to be like either the New Japan one or like one that like...
Could it be like a Hell in a Cell type structure where there's room around the ring?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking makes more sense because logistically 10 men in a cage...
That's
like,
too small. If it's a standard steel... You can...
I mean,
they've done tag
do
match
in a regular cage, but that was more so of the circumstances than anything. It was a lethal lockdown match, but
I just feel like it has to be some sort of more like a Hell in a Cell, like the old Hell in a Cell where it's like really there's a lot of room. Or because it's lights out and there's no rules, like you don't win by leaving the cage and it's just there everywhere.
That is a good point. So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, nonetheless, though, we have our two sides. We have Will Ospreay, we have Darby Allin, we have the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, as well as Hiroshi Tanahashi going against the Young Bucks, who Didn't get chapped in the ass this episode, much to my chagrin. I mean, they had a little match graphic for Collision where they got chapped in the ass, but that's neither here nor there. John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli of the Death Riders. And then, of course, representing the New Japan Bullet Club War Dogs, it is Gabe Kidd, who also makes his presence known as we get into kind of the first bit of action we get tonight was Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jet Speed coming out to make the save for Will Ospreay and leads to a trios match against the Death Riders, which was pretty heavy mayhem match to open the show, I would say, JPJ.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was pretty good. Listen, Tanahashi can barely move.
Oh, yeah.
How on earth is he, obviously, this is his last North American match, correct? Yeah.
Well, it's his last match in the UK.
I mean, last match in the UK. My bad. Yeah. So his last match in the UK, and I guess this is a match where he's not going to have to do much. He can kind of be protected and things of that nature. But it's like, dude, a 10-man lights out steel cage match is what we're going to give for Tanahashi. His knees are gone. But
they are, but it's so much easier to do smoke and mirrors in a match like that than it is in a singles or like a regular tag, though.
But this 6-man is good. Kevin Knight and Speedball are just, they're so good. And one thing we didn't know, Bryan Danielson was on commentary for this
the whole night too, which was a nice surprise.
He was wonderful. He was wonderful out there. And he was really putting over Jet Speed during this. And as they're wonderful. Speedball, just tremendous. This was a really good match. And then it turned into chaos at the end of it. And we saw some guys that we haven't seen before on AEW television. I like all those guys that are in Gabe Kidd's group there, but I really like Drilla. And to see those guys was pretty cool. We haven't seen them really on AEW.
Yeah, Drilla Maloney before. We haven't seen. I feel like we've seen Clark Connors kind of.
Clark Connors has been on it, but Drilla Maloney was really cool to see. And then it turned into everybody going out there. We got Darby. We had the whole sequence where Marina gets kicked out during the match.
And then it's not so much that she's even just kicked out. I mean, she is because she gets ejected, but even then Ospreay carries her away to backstage. Trying to rib them. And then you see him come out during all this because everybody's coming out during this because you have the rest of the baby faces come out. You have Paragon coming out after the Bucks try to take out Will Ospreay. You have the Ops coming out. And then the best part is that Will Ospreay comes back on the ramp with this body bag that we think is Marina Shafir. So, of course, Death Rider's trying to get to the body bag. Oh, no. It's Darby Allin, probably in the same body bag that he was left in last week, but
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, so that happens. Cool moment. They start brawling. They go all the way through the arena. They're all beating the crap out of each other, and then they start huddling around. And I could tell, like, all right, somebody's jumping off something up there. And we see Darby, and he jumps and he does a coffin drop, and they didn't catch him.
Oh no, they didn't.
And he looked like nothing came out, or there was nothing on social media, but it looked like he was really banged up from that. Like when they brought him over back to the ring, he couldn't stand. He was grabbing his even Samoa Joe had to help lift him up to the apron, and you could see Joe tapped him and looked at him like, "You good, man?" And he was he got fucked up a little bit on that. Maybe hopefully not a lot of it, but he got.
If I had a nickel for every wrestler that was not caught on a major televised promotion this year to set up a big multi-man match, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't saying much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
So hopefully he's okay, but that looked like it could have been bad.
Agreed, but on the Darby scale of things, that's probably one of the softer bumps he's taken in AEW.
Yeah, it's true. He hasn't gotten thrown down full flights of stairs. So
or broken glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're complaining about him just not getting caught off a dive as his bad bump so far, I think we're doing okay on the Darby scale. But yes. Now, prediction for this match, other than the fact that it's going to be a fucking shit show. And I mean that in a positive way.
Oh, for sure. I'm going with the baby faces here. I think Will Ospreay, it seems like he's going to go away for an extended period of time after this match. He's really, I don't think if this match was happening, if this event was happening anywhere else but London, I don't think Will Ospreay's on this show.
Agreed.
So I think he's going to be gone for a while, but I don't think they're going to have him lose in his hometown or his home. I think the baby faces are gonna get one up, even though they got a win tonight too. But I think the baby faces are gonna get the victory here.
Yeah, no, just the way that they've beaten the Death Riders into the ground over the last year or so. Like, I feel like the baby faces have to win here.
Yeah.
If they don't, I'm sure something's going to be set up for All Out, but it feels like for this match specifically, like, send the crowd home happy.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this ends the show because it's lights out?
I feel like it has to end the show because if they're going to go on it being unsanctioned, then like you get through whatever
start the show.
Well, the problem I feel like with it starting the show is that they're going to say, well, the 0 hour is all sanctioned because these are matches that AEW is putting on. Because I'm sure they're going to have a 0 hour. Why wouldn't they? I feel like they're going to get through what the AEW official card is, so they'll like probably put this right after. I mean, this is going to be what closes the show on a technicality. You could probably put Athena versus Tony after MJ.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like one of those two other matches should 100% be the main event of this show. And technically, I know it doesn't count; it's unsanctioned. But if it goes on last, it's the main event of the show. And I feel like even though this match will be chaotic and wonderful and
if
crazy,
it opened the show, it'd be phenomenal. I just don't. see it
like
happening.
if they did it's true because the 0 hour does play. But I was thinking like, could they do it at the beginning and get it over? Not get it over with because it's gonna be fun, but like do it and then they say, okay, Forbidden Door is starting now.
Walk with me. The official card has an intermission. And during the intermission is where you have your unsanctioned match. So for those that stick around to watch, it'll just happen to happen. But otherwise,
yeah.
I mean, what, like most a 45-minute intermission? On
why not? Why not? Most likely it will go last because of the lights out gimmick. I could totally understand it going last. I feel like Tony and Athena or MJF and Hangman should main event. I just feel like that's the last match we should see. But I get it. So.
Yeah, well, interesting to see. Yeah, I think it's going to be a babyface one on this one, but that's just my 2 cents. And then that leads us into some of the other happenings on the show. So right after we have that trios tag, that Tanahashi does get the win, by the way.
Yes.
We talk about everything other than the result of the match. He got to win. Splash off the top rope. And then, of course, it leads us into the next segment. Tony Schiavone in the ring because he's interviewing the newly reunited Toronto boys with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. I do appreciate that they're still selling, like, it's not that they're good. It's that they can bear each other.
I actually loved this segment. Yeah. I very much loved this segment with Christian still being the evil, like the heel prick and Edge. I like that dynamic, how Edge is going to be the babyface good guy, but Christian is still the evil heel, but they've agreed. They've had a long history and they're like, you know what? We both have issues. We're going to help each other with the issues. And then even Christian leaving it a little open-ended, by saying like, hey, I can't promise you more than that, but kind of leaving it like, when we get there, we get there.
But in the context of what's going on right now, be the best team partner you can be. But there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that, I'm an asshole, but I can step up when I need to.
And I loved Edge. I thought it was funny. I know it was corny, but I thought it was funny where he's my asshole. And then he's just like, and he just gives the mic to Siobhan. I liked everything about it. I thought this was very, very good.
Yeah. And then we do have them interrupted by Kip Sabian and Shane Wayne on the ramp, just chapping their asses even more, and they toss it to the Tron. Nick Wayne broke his foot, so he is out of the tag team match at Forbidden Door. It does suck. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to be out too long because they don't really mention anything about the ROH TV title at all, so I'm assuming he's going to be fine. But I will say, sometimes shit has to happen for some other stuff to rise to the top, and then, I mean, this was a return that everybody's excited for.
Yeah, very
one
good.
That we've been wanting for so long. Kill Switch is officially back in AEW. The fact that man is alive is a feat in itself.
Unbelievable.
Going out there and just choke slamming the shit out of Christian and Adam Copeland, I'm all for it. And that is going to be Kip Sabian's tag team partner. So it's still keeping very much in the whole like patriarchy, leaving Christian in the dust thing. But I'm excited for this, which leads us to the official match announcement. JPJ, go ahead with whatever you're thinking.
I mean, coming into this, even if it was Kip and Nick Wayne, this is kind of, not to like underplay, but this is kind of the warm up to Copeland and Christian versus FTR, which is, in my opinion, the real big payoff of this. I had Cope and Christian winning no matter what. Obviously it is tremendous that what a moment that was. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Really good, really happy. Like you said, that guy almost passed away. Like that was like the seriousness of what he went through.
Yeah, like we're not saying that to say that, guys. Like legitimately, he almost died.
Like, yeah, like he had like legitimate health issues, and for him, like a little over a year, like like around a year later to come back and look as good as he did. He looked as good as ever, in shape, strong, ready to go. And he got his flowers from the crowd. You could tell how excited the crowd, even though he's a heel coming back to ruin the time of Copeland and Christian, the crowd obviously acknowledging him, and like he was missed. I feel like he was somebody, he was gone for a while. He was kind of out of sight, out of mind. I don't think a lot of us were thinking about him all the time, but when he came back tonight, I think it was noticeable. Like that was a very, very cool moment, but this is easily Copeland and Christian. Easily. Probably the easiest one to pick.
And it's nothing against Kip either, but he's probably going to eat the pin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even before he's going to probably eat the pin, but hey, Kip Sabian's on a pay-per-view, and it happens to be in England, so silver lining.
Absolutely.
But yes, following that, we do see Mark Briscoe on the hunt for MJF backstage, and of course, MJF just stumbles his way into a Ricochet and a GOA segment, which basically says, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And he lays out an offer. He's saying, you know what? If you can help me find Ricochet, I probably make it worthwhile. And Ricochet, not find Ricochet, find Mark Briscoe. This is why you don't do podcasts after starting work at 8 a.m., folks. But you know what? That is neither here nor there. But Ricochet does admit, normally not one to accept these offers, but Mark Briscoe irks me so bad that you have a deal. So little did we know what was going to come of that, but we'll circle back to it in just a few.
Will.
But we do have our finals of the World Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament with FTR and Brodito going to a 30-minute time limit draw. Not too often we get the time limit draw on AEW these days, but this is a scenario I'm torn on because the match was definitely great. I feel like both teams either one could have won. I would have been totally happy with setting it up versus Hurt Syndicate. The thing that really gets me is that I thought we were going to go overtime, but instead, no, they make it a 3-way match for the World Tag Titles. So both teams are going to advance on to Forbidden Door. I was really hoping we'd get just like a standard, like one team versus one team. Well, I guess not a singles match, but you know what I mean. Instead of it being a multi-team match, but
I'm not a huge. Again, I thought the match was excellent. I thought if we would have gotten a winner, no matter what team it was, if we would have got a decisive winner, I think we would have been talking about that match as like one of the best tag team matches that AEW has put on this year. But I think
they put on a lot.
But I think the fact that it went to a draw, I thought it was kind of not lame because it was a great competitive match, but I just thought, and then this in turning, I don't like it. I would have rather one tag team versus one tag team.
Yeah.
This feels like, hey, we just want to get all these guys on the card, so let's do it this way kind of thing. And I get it. All 6 of these guys are great, but I just thought it was kind of lame. You had this whole tournament, and that's how you end the tournament.
Yeah.
Just, draw. They're just both in it now. It's like, oh, come on. Give me a winner.
Well, it is what it is. Circumstances aside, I'm sure the match is going to be good.
This match is going to be, it's going to be real good.
But here's where I'm struggling now. Do we think they're doing it this way specifically so they can get the titles off of Hurt Syndicate without them eating a pin?
Probably. Brody King, my poor man Brody King's probably going to take that pin. It's going to piss me off.
Honestly, I could see it being Bandito getting pinned because not too long after that, you have a Death Before Dishonor.
You think something in this match could lead to maybe an opponent for him, or you just think it's like because he's the Ring of Honor champion? I don't know if
he is the world champion. I don't know if it's going to lead to a singles for that title specifically out of this tag match, but it'll have him like try to refocus and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe Brodito goes their separate ways and Brody King challenges him. But it doesn't have to be anything where Brody turns heel on him, obviously.
No, I don't think so either. But the only reason I lean Brody is because he's not a champion.
Yeah.
We've seen him take L's before, even though I hate it because I adore that man. What a tag team, though, him and Bandito. Like,
Yeah,
just what a pairing.
considering they
Incredible.
kind of did the WWE thing of just throwing two names together for the sake of making a tag team, they have
Yeah.
been on fucking
Oh,
fire.
unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, sadly, one of those gentlemen has probably taken the pinfall. And I think that FTR is going to be leaving Forbidden Door. The fact that it's a three-way, because I thought FTR was just going to win the match tonight.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a three-way, I would say, makes my confidence of this pick slightly less, but I still think FTR is going to leave as the champions. If it was a one-on-one tag team, I'd be picking FTR, and I'm not swaying.
But honestly, with it being a three-way, I mean, MVP is going to get involved, and then so is Stokely, so why not?
Yeah.
I feel like this is how you do FTR. They get the tag titles back, and then when you go to All Out in Toronto, that's where you have them go against E&C. So why not?
Yeah. That's probably the route that they go.
Yeah. I mean, nonetheless, we're going to be entertained this weekend, so that's all I fucking know. But what I do also know is we got a little bit of a vignette of Okada talking some trash about Swerve Strickland, because in the first defense of the Unified Championship at Forbidden Door, it is Swerve challenging Okada. So this is going to be, I think this should be a pretty fun match, all things considered.
This is the match I'm looking forward to the most on the whole show. The second they did that on the Dynamite, when I think it was Okada that interrupted Swerve. Yeah. The second that it was one of those things, and we talked about it. It was one of those things where, like, I didn't even think about this match happening.
Same.
Before, and once that happened, I was like, I need to see it right now. And I've waited. We've all waited. It's been a month, 3 weeks since that. Whatever. I cannot wait for this match. This is my most anticipated match of the night.
It is not my most anticipated match of the night. I have two that I'm anticipating just a bit more. I mean, this is definitely, like, I was looking forward to this from the jump, because I kind of even said, like, okay, so even if the all-in stipulation wasn't in their favor and the Young Bucks were still VPs, I always saw Swerve going after the unified title regardless.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're getting it fits in my aura. Like, this was on my bingo board. I'm okay with it happening. I don't think he's going to win the title here. I think Okada's going to hold on to it. It's going to be interesting to see how the Don Callis family factors into this match. Or actually, wait, no, it's not, because now it's under Continental rules.
Yes, they're banned. Cannot.
Or else they get fired.
Yes. So they are banned from ringside, which is it's one-on-one, which I think these guys are gonna, I think this is gonna be real good.
I think this is gonna be Okada's match that really tests him in AEW, because this is no disrespect to him or to Kenny. That match that they had at All In was not the match that we expected. It was not.
Yeah, it was not. We were expecting more towards what we had seen before, and that was. I don't think it's the last time we've seen them either in AEW. I think they have another one in their pocket. But
well, I mean, they built it as one final time.
I know, but the way it ended, it felt like they left it open that it might not be. See,
this is what happens when you have too much outside bullshit interfere with big matches, because it just it shits on them. But
I agree with you. I think that this is and I also agree with you. I hate picking against Swerve. I
could see Okada retaining here.
I think Okada retains his first defense. I think he retains.
Yeah, and then wherever they go after this remains to be seen. But I'm intrigued. It does. Excuse me. At least as far as the show goes, it doesn't lead us into this next match, but I'm going to talk about it anyways, because we mentioned the Don Callis family. You had the protostar Kyle Fletcher defending his TNT championship against New Japan's Hiromu Takahashi, who we saw appear last week in a 6-man tag match. So, and will also be in action again on Collision this week as well too. Yeah. But I feel like this one, Kyle Fletcher's retaining, right?
Oh yeah, this might actually be the easiest one to pick.
Yeah.
This match will be good. Takahashi will be a good opponent for Fletcher, but so this will be competitive. It'll be fun. Takahashi is not what he once was, but he's still pretty damn good. This will be good, but this is 1,000% all day. Kyle Fletcher, no doubt.
And you could have DCF in this one all you want to. It doesn't make a difference, but even without the Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher's retaining, but that's just,
for sure.
On to another prediction for a match where, does it seem predictable? Yes. Is this a match that I am extremely happy we're getting? Also, yes. For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, it is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness. Daniel Garcia is at ringside. If you love technical wrestling, this is going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Especially catch wrestling, like British style catch wrestling. Yes.
Yep.
Injected in the veins.
This will be very good as well.
ZSJ is totally going to win, which is no shade to Nigel, but I mean, I don't even think it's going to necessarily be that he has to win it clean. It could also
he's
just
not
be
going to.
Garcia's going to turn heel at some point. He has to.
I'm more sure of that than I am picking some of these winners in this match.
Yeah.
I'm more sure that Garcia is gonna, either after the match or costing him the match. I don't know when, but Daniel Garcia will turn on Nigel. Like, he's going to leave Forbidden Door as a heel by turning on Nigel. 1,000%. Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to see where things go fall out too. Because I mean, Nigel doesn't always get to wrestle that often, so I'm excited when he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a great fucking reason to do it. I mean, it's ZSJ of all people.
Mm-hmm. And I love how I'm happy that they got the IWGP Championship to be defended on the show. There is a little bit of a lack of New Japan presence, or we were talking about that leading in. So adding this type of match and adding their main title and getting to see Zack Sabre Jr. as well. And the Nigel part of it is also awesome because you just said he doesn't wrestle often. But being able to see Zack Sabre Jr. more is never a bad thing. But yeah, this is going to be catch wrestling, reversals, submissions. This is going to be, if you like mat-based wrestling, you like that style of wrestling, this is your dream. This is your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Should be excellent. But yeah,
I mean, you're talking
Sabre
about two
Jr.
standard bearers for God's
Oh,
sake,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And then kind of going back into what we had on Dynamite, you have Hangman coming out to the ring, and then he talks about, you know, how MJF likes to handle things behind his back, alluding to the attack in the parking lot last week. And that leads to MJF kind of propping Hangman up. So it sounds like he was going to come out to the ring for a final face-to-face. Oh, no. We find out that he's being positioned with a nice promo on the Tron where if Hangman leaves the ring before he finishes, something bad will happen. And you know how there was a little manhunt out for Mark Briscoe earlier by GOA, Ricochet, and MJF? Well, folks, they found him. And he was hogtied to a chair. He was duct taped shut. And, you know, MJF being the devil that he is, he pretty much has a bounty out. So he says that Hangman has to agree to 3 things, and he'll let Mark Briscoe go. But if he doesn't, you know, just for the sake of insurance, he puts a little gasoline on him. He has a Zippo lighter on standby. But the 3 rules that he has, and he'll let Mark Briscoe walk, is that the title can change hands on a disqualification. The title can change hands by countout. And that he doesn't have to execute his contract from the Casino Gauntlet match.
I don't like that.
Which Hangman agrees for the sake of trying to save Mark Briscoe.
Save a life. Yeah, save a life.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and MJF says, congrats, Hangman, you're still a hero. And then that sends Hangman down a spiral of a steel chair trying to run to the back. But now that it is officially in here, we have our AEW World Championship match where it's Hangman versus MJF. And now I have no fucking clue what's going to happen.
I somehow think that MJF stipulations are going to backfire on him. I think that's going to come into play and hurt MJF somehow. Don't know how. I have not thought that. Maybe as we get closer to the show, I'll create what I might think is going to happen up here. But I do feel like that those are something is going to backfire. He's going to get caught using the Dynamite Diamond Ring, or just something. I just think that one of those 3 things is going to backfire on him. Or do we see a scenario where Hangman beats him, and then MJF cashes in immediately, and then Hangman beats him again?
See, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking Hangman beats him.
And then
then you have Ricochet come out, GOA come out, whatever the fuck have you come out. They beat down Hangman. Then MJF can execute the contract, and MJF wins the world title.
Can I throw a name out there? What about Wardlow?
If Wardlow shows up at Forbidden Door, Hangman's title reign is saved.
Oh, so you think he would come back and go right after MJF? You don't think there would be a chance they could realign?
God, no. I don't think they're going to realign at all.
Okay.
I mean, we saw how poorly MJF did with the Hurt Syndicate. If you can't stay in a stable with a stable that's been together for years, and that you guys practically were hand in hand in during All In, I don't think Wardlow coming back is going to do a damn thing. Because at what point, Wardlow has to advance his career somehow. Coming back to be a flunky to MJF again in 2025, absolutely not.
It's fair. We already talked about this match first on this thing, but I did have the lights out match. I don't want to go. Obviously, we're focused on that.
Yeah.
Do you think we could see Eddie Kingston?
I don't think he's cleared yet. I think if you see Eddie Kingston, it's going to be after All Out.
Okay.
Whether it happens at Wrestle Dream or not, maybe, but I don't think he's cleared yet.
When it comes to Eddie Kingston and Wardlow, they've both been injured. Well, they've both been off of TV for a long time and not mentioned. You're starting to see and hear their names in reports. You're starting to see videos of Eddie Kingston at the gym, and I'm just like, usually when names start getting tossed back into reports or things like that, after a long while of not being mentioned, it usually means they're closer to return, like they're coming back somewhat imminently, in my opinion. So I was just like, could we see those guys potentially come back, like a Wardlow in this, somewhere in this, or
I'm going to throw out a wild card because I could see someone coming back and then it's just they're loose cannon and they don't help either person, but it's going to make it interesting. Who is someone that we have not seen on TV in months and no one knows where the fuck he is?
Oh God. Wait a minute.
One of the pillars of AEW.
Oh, Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
You talking
where the hell's
Mr.
Jack
Perry?
Perry?
Yeah. Yeah, where the hell is he, by the way? For a real question, where the fuck has he been?
Yeah, he lost the TNT title and then he went bye-bye.
Yeah, literally. Never, hasn't been mentioned, nothing.
Having him come out during this match, knowing the history that he has in London, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of opportunity for, some big moments. But it's MJF, so you can never count anything out when it's MJF. But I just think it's way too soon to take the belt off Hangman. So I think Hangman's gonna. The scenario that you said about the cash-in, that would make sense to me, maybe, because Hangman would get the first win in the big title defense, and then MJF uses his, he already got him to agree to bullshit. He uses his bullshit to do what MJF does. I could see that happening. But I'm just like, oh man, we're like, he just won the thing back, So
I don't disagree that it's too soon.
Yeah.
But I also don't trust AEW to book a long title reign. Because, think about it. When Bryan won the world title, he lost it within 2 months and retired.
Yeah.
So it's not like we haven't had a short world title reign. It's just there's enough at play to where you can have Hangman win fair and square. And it immediately be null and void because of the fact that they now have the contract out of the stipulations. So
yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
But speaking of things that are definitely fair, the women main evented Dynamite, which I'm all for. I hate that this is quite literally the only women's segment on the whole fucking show. I'm okay with them main eventing the show because this was a match that was teased since last week. Everybody was looking forward to it. But come on, guys. At 9:40 on a 2-hour show, the only time the women are on there is for one match. We didn't get promos. We didn't get vignettes. Marina doesn't count because she's practically on the AEW men's roster with how often she's mixing it up with them. So, but nonetheless, we have Athena, the women's world champion from Ring of Honor. We're hitting 1,000 days pretty much in the next couple weeks. So the challenger for the AEW Women's World Title come this Sunday, and her tag team partner, the TBS champion Mercedes Moné. She didn't come out with all 8 of her belts, but she still has them. Don't forget. They team up against Alex Windsor and Timeless Toni Storm in a tag match that was very entertaining to close the show.
Very good. Yeah, very, very great main event. Very great main event.
And I'm very concerned with how things are going to go because it looked like, at least the selling of it, that pile driver that Toni Storm took from Athena, the steel steps, and getting evaluated by medical, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That was gnarly. I was not expecting that to happen, and it was like, ooh. That was a gnarly move. I think that's getting looked at by, I think it was all,
it's all work, but I'm just saying,
but we're gonna see her on Sunday. She's gonna definitely be reeling from the effects of that for sure. Like,
I'm just very curious to see the story they tell now because
yeah.
if honestly, I thought Tony was a shoo-in to retain against Athena. Now I don't really know.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning that I thought Tony was going to win. I still am. But yeah, it's the other match where I think that that's my surprise of the night in the other match.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about the other match. For the TBS Championship, we have ourselves a 4-way match. It's Mercedes Moné defending against Alex Windsor, who represents AEW for the challengers, against CMLL's Persephone. And it is official representing Stardom. It is Bodyslam, a second-generation wrestler. She's newly eliminated from the 5-star Grand Prix. She's coming for some sort of blood. So I'm excited for this one. I feel like this is going to be the sleeper hit of the night.
It should be good. I'm going to be 100% honest from the jump. I don't know much about Bodyslam. I know it's a powerhouse of a wrestler. These are 3 powerhouse women that Mercedes is going to be in there with. She's definitely going to have the biggest disadvantage from a size perspective. With the 4 in this match. I know that. Well, I'm not going to say I know, but I have a feeling I'm going to be dead wrong with this. But this is where I think my upset surprise of the night is happening, because I do think that the crumbling of Mercedes Moné is still going to be happening here in this match. I think Alex Windsor is winning this match and being the new TBS champion.
You know what? I can see it being Windsor. However, I don't think Mercedes is losing the title till All Out.
It's fair.
Because I feel like I feel like All Out, it's going to be some sort of a rematch for Mercedes, whether it's going to be against Willow or if against Statlander. I think that's how you get her to lose the title.
Okay.
Because she's not going to take them seriously because it's people that she's beaten for that title before. I would love to see Alex Windsor win it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Because in the match tonight, Windsor beat Mercedes. But Mercedes
technically
was not
she
the
tapped out to the sharpshooter,
Yes.
but she wasn't legal. And then Athena hits an O-face where she wasn't expecting it.
Yes.
So.
And I think that could be foreshadowing that it could happen. And I think a 4-way is an opportunity where Mercedes can obviously lose the title without being involved as well. So again, most likely won't happen because it is Mercedes. But a part of me is like, the way they've been presenting Alex, I've been and I said it last week, it's continuing. I have been very impressed with Alex Windsor. Maybe that's part of why I'm thinking this could happen. I have been very impressed. I just think but I could see, I would not be upset if we got Mercedes Stat 3 or Willow and a rematch. Those both sound wonderful to me, so I'd be happy with that too. I'm sticking with my pick, though. I'm going Alex Windsor.
Okay. The only reason I'm not going Windsor is because I feel like right now she's getting such a rub that she might just go after the world title next.
Well, my thought, that's fair. Yeah,
no,
she's been very impressive, very impressive. Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking about the world title. Let's just go into it. Athena's using that Casino Gauntlet contract. So she is officially challenging for the AEW Women's World Championship against Timeless Toni Storm. This will probably be my match of the night.
I mean, yeah, it should be very, very good. I could, again, with the whole lights out scenario, I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I could see this as the main event of the show if they wanted to. I think, to me, the MJF Hangman and this, either one of those could main event. They're 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
For me in the evening. But I would love if this was the actual main, even if they do the lights out and, it's like unsanctioned. So this is the technical main event of the show. I think that would be wonderful. I think they should.
Yeah. Now, if somehow Lights Out does not go on last, this would be a phenomenal and extremely historic way for the women to final main event in AEW pay-per-view. And it would be completely warranted. So.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly think Athena's going to do it.
Okay. You think she's going to be a double champ?
I think she's going to be a double champ. She's going to walk into Death Before Dishonor as the AEW Women's World Champion and Day 1000 with the Ring of Honor title. I don't think that she's going to lose to Mina Shirakawa. But what I could see is we set up a little situation between belt collectors.
Well, I was just going to ask, because I'm not a regular watcher of Ring of Honor. I thought Mina Shirakawa was the interim TV champion.
She is.
So why is she fighting for the world championship?
Their reasoning is that during All In, when Athena hit the O-face on her, she broke her hand.
She did, yes, right? That was
so
legit.
She's coming back for revenge, and obviously her being a close friend of Tony. So that's the story they're going with there. Okay. Doesn't change the fact that the TV title is not being defended, and then on top of that, Red Velvet's like probably like I don't know when she's gonna come back. So we'll see if the interim title reign turns into an actual TV title reign. But
yeah.
Ring of Honor in general, like they're not doing anything with the women's division, which is kind of crazy because Athena's been busy on AEW, which I'm finally glad she's no longer being gatekept. But you have the TV title held up with 2 injuries to both champions. And then this women's pure championship that you announced months ago, still no tournament. Still random singles matches here and there and everything. Just like, you got to focus. If you're going to bring in a title and you don't have focus on how you're building the women's division to begin with, what's the point of the title?
Yeah. Isn't Deonna Purrazzo just sitting around not doing anything either?
Yes, and it pisses me off to no fucking end.
Like
you have
one
Deonna
of the best
Purrazzo not
in
doing
the world.
anything.
Yeah,
you got Taya Valkyrie not doing anything. You got Rachel Ellering not doing anything. Like, we can keep going down the list. I mean, Hikaru Shida, whenever that visa situation is finalized, I don't know where the hell she is. Yuka Sakazaki, I don't know where the hell she is. Riho, I don't know where the hell she is. Like, we can keep going down the list.
They have a plethora of ladies.
Mercedes Martinez, I don't know where the hell she is.
Yeah. Like, where are these people? You could
like,
build
running
a
out of milk
whole
cartons.
roster that would be, you know, almost like step to step with the main roster women's division. Like, the quality of talent they have, they could build a whole second women's roster that would arguably be one of the stronger women's rosters in the world and they just, I don't get it. I don't know how Deonna Purrazzo is not on AEW television.
Considering the fact that they made such a big deal from when she debuted.
As they should have. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I shit you not, it felt like the second that they signed Deonna, they gave her a little bit of rub, and then when Mercedes came, they cast her to the side. Yeah, she had a cool feud with Thunder Rosa during that summer and everything on Collision, but it's just like, you had probably the best technical wrestler free agent available at the time. Yeah, she has her match at Revolution once, and then after that, nowhere to be seen. Not involved in TBS title picture. You looked like they were teasing a tag team with her and Taya Valkyrie. They had a couple vignettes, dropped that out of fucking nowhere. Like, the fact that Deonna Purrazzo is not on television every week,
it's crazy.
Knowing that she can go at the drop of a dime is insulting.
Yeah. Like, how is she not involved? Like,
we're talking about someone that single-handedly carried TNA through the pandemic era.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it happened, again, this is the second time, because it happened in the other place, too.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do. And I'm just like, what is the deal?
It's not a Deonna problem. I can fucking tell you that right now.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't get it. How can she be dealing with this? So it's like she becomes she becomes one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. She goes to NXT. She's like 1 in 30 or whatever the fuck she was. They had no idea what to do with her. They just treated her as an afterthought. She leaves. She goes to TNA. She carries that company on her back.
And we mean the whole company, not just the Knockouts division. She was the reason to fucking watch Impact Wrestling from 2020 to 2023.
Correct. And then she goes to AEW, and it's not the same type of thing, and now they just don't use her. And I'm just like, what is the deal? Are you just signing her so she does? I don't understand how she's not. She should be, to me, she is the same caliber. I look at her as the same caliber of wrestler as Toni Storm, Athena, Mercedes. Like, she's
the fact
in
that we have
caliber
not had,
to me.
We have not had Athena versus Deonna. We have not had Deonna versus Mercedes. Like, these are matches that write themselves booking wise. And this is the problem that I had, where I knew she was going into free agency. I'm like, oh God, I don't know if going to AEW is the right move. I mean, obviously get your money where you're going to get it. And you think you're going to be happy. But AEW had a proven track record at that time that, hey, if a woman signs It's probably not going to be because they're going to be featured every week. You're kind of going there, hey, you got the good paycheck, you'll be on TV here and there, but I mean, just the way they booked their women's division versus what she left in TNA, night and day.
Crazy. Yeah, it's just why I know that's kind of a tangent, and Deanna's not even on this show, but it's crazy to me. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I think the events of tonight.
I'm gonna say
yeah, and I know you already said it.
Yeah.
I was coming into this thinking that Tony was gonna retain. I do think the events of tonight might change that significantly. And I know you switched and you're picking Athena. I'm gonna stick with Tony.
No, man.
But I could easily see this going any way now, and Athena leaving as the champ because of what we saw on Dynamite tonight with how that was treated with the pile driver on the steps. And I feel like Tony's going to be coming in visibly not all there because of that. Mm-hmm. And I think that could obviously lead to Athena taking advantage and it actually happening.
Now, what I definitely want to know is Billy Starks is definitely going to be involved in this. Mm-hmm. I mean, it has to be involved in this, right?
Yeah, I think some stuff like that. If one of the other Billy tries to get involved, I would expect Billy to be at ringside like she normally is. Mm-hmm. And I could see her do a couple, things behind the ref's back or whatever. And then Mina comes out to either even the odds or run her out, like run her off. And then we end with just the two, Athena and Tony, and it goes however it goes. Could see like a scenario like that or two.
Now, here's the $1 million question. Do we think someone debuts and helps Athena win? Like, do we go with like a skeleton from Tony's closet, or do we go with like maybe someone from Athena's past before AEW that could reunite with her? I guess the current indie god might be a free agent that could appear. A former tag team championship partner of Athena's and one Shotzi Blackheart.
Could. I don't know. I don't know how they do that. If they do, I don't know. And again, this I don't think they've ever been a pairing or on screen. But again, this is another name that has been out of sight, out of mind, but it's come back lately. What if they wanted like Muscle, and what if they're like a Camille, or something like that, or like a muscly, like a. Camille's name has been thrown in some reports because she finished filming whatever. And I don't know.
That's entirely up to them. I feel like you could have Camille go after Mercedes with how everything played out with their partnership. But
you could. I don't know.
The fact that like even someone like a Nyla Rose isn't even like in the conversation of anything right now. If we're talking about powerhouses, like what?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything like that. I don't know. I would think if Athena's going to win, it's going to be because of what happened tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that'll be the main factor of Athena winning will be the effects that tonight. Oh, yeah. The effects of tonight, Tony can't overcome those. She tries her best. It comes close, but she's, I don't know if she's not going to like forget anything, but maybe she stumbles and, or something happens. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, damn. That's from the other night.
Like maybe she goes for her headbutt and that ends up like backfiring on her.
Yeah, and then Athena takes advantage and boom, over type of thing. That's how I see it going if Athena's going to pull it up.
Yeah. So, nonetheless, all very intriguing. I feel like, do we think they're going to announce more matches on Collision?
At least the 0 hour. I expect there to be anywhere from 2 to 3 0 hour. It's starting at 11:30, so there's going to be a 90-minute 0 hour. Okay. We both are on the East Coast, so 11:30 Eastern, I should say. Mm-hmm. But that's when it's starting on Sunday, so it's a 90-minute 0 hour, and they usually fit sometimes 4, but they usually have at least 3 or 4 matches on that hour, the last hour. So I'm expecting at least those. I don't know. I feel like even though 9 feels like a small number,
I think 9 is like plenty, honestly.
I feel like the 9 we have is good, and I feel like some of these matches are going to go long. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a really well-paced, like longer. I don't know if it's going to be all in long, but it's going to be a longer show. I think we get the 0 hour matches and that's it, probably.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, maybe that's where you get like some Ring of Honor representation, maybe some more New Japan representation. On,
Yeah, that'd be
the
nice.
0 hour.
Especially now that we saw Gabe's kids buds. Maybe
Yeah,
those three guys fight the Ops. I could
and
see
then kind of
happening. Maybe
looking at.
could that be a match that maybe gets added to the main card if they're going to
I
add
could
one?
see that being a match like with the Ops for the trios titles being announced. I
Yeah,
think
and
the
you
big
give
thing
the-
for me
yeah.
is also just
Yeah.
like if we get anyone else from CMLL, because as it stands, technically the only people that represent CMLL that are on the card are MJF and Mercedes because they're champions, and Persephone.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
Like I could see like Atlantis Jr. somehow get announced for a match and it would be totally fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, we could.
But nonetheless, that looks like that'll do it for us here at Dynamite up on Bodyslam.net. I'm sure Bodyslam's going to have you covered for everything this weekend. I mean, you got Clash at the Castle Saturday, you got Forbidden Door Sunday, still got SmackDown to come on Friday. I mean, there's going to be a whole lot of wrestling to watch. So, I mean, if you guys are keeping up with it, why not keep up with us?
Yeah,
it's Bodyslam.net on all the socials. Make sure that you guys are staying tuned with everything. Of course, this being the last main roster PLE that WWE is going to have on Peacock before they move over to ESPN. From the looks of it, NXT is going to remain on Peacock, and I think we're going to see like Saturday night's main event and I think SmackDown on Peacock as well, too, addition to USA. So just fun stuff to keep up with. But if you guys are also ever curious about some additional scoops, I mean, Bodyslam has a Patreon. Corey Hayes is constantly breaking news. I'm sure they're going to talk about some stuff on Bodyslam tomorrow afternoon. So
I would bet on it. I would bet on it.
Yeah, I mean, why go to the Golden Arches, get a mediocre $5 meal deal that only satiates you for like, what, 10 minutes? You get a whole month of content for $5 here. I think that's worth it.
I agree. You'll get your money's worth in well shorter time than 30 days. I guarantee it.
Yes.
So
all it takes is just one scoop. But aside from that, JPJ, where can the fine folks find you?
Yeah, you just follow me at JPJ Loves Gaming on all social media platforms. I'm here with Jose every Wednesday after Dynamite. This is where you can find me here on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. over on our pals Love Wrestling. Me and my man Pluggo, we do Between Two Beards, so that's where you can catch me there. And then you can, you can catch me on the Hive Media as well a couple days a week doing a show called The Swarm. We talk about wrestling and professional sports and stuff of that nature as well. But if you follow me right here, you can find all the links and all the fun stuff and notifications when I go live doing whatever it is I'm doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then likewise for me, just Jose in the Air on the socials. You see me here every Wednesday. It's going to be more fun in the fall for me. I feel like this summer I'm just kicking it back, relaxing, making the most of the time where I'm not streaming. But aside from that, you guys will know what's to come down the pipeline. I'm excited for it, but everything takes a little bit of time. But until then, we will be back here again next week for another big episode of DynaMic'd Up. Now, I mean, we're going to be talking about immediately going from Forbidden Door into All Out.
Yeah.
So just one big show after another. I'm not mad at this. We got a stack rest of 2025 for AEW.
I was going to say, and they get the Philly...
the residency at the ECW
residency
arena.
And the Death Before, so now you get the pay-per-view on Sunday. We get Dynamite. We get Death Before Dishonor, Collision. They're going to be in Philly for 3 weeks. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and there's still, it should be ramping up here the rest of the year. Lot of wrestling.
And I am mad about it. So until then, we will see you guys next week. Everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend of wrestling, whatever you choose to watch, and we'll see you next time.